Mainers are getting a sneak peek at spring today as temperatures will hang out around 50 degrees. And based on NOAA's seasonal forecast for meteorological spring, that trend just might continue.
Weather Authority meteorologist Emily Sanov joins us to dive into past springs in Portland and more on what you can expect over the next few months. Oh man, especially just talking about today. We had 50 degrees yesterday in some places.
Great pronunciation, guys, for the meteorological. I feel like I'm testing all of our anchors here. I
I
got Greg and Marissa on it too.
I blew it during the next segment trying to read it.
I did not see it coming. I didn't see that one coming.
But I got Stephanie, Greg, Marissa. They all can say it now.
Oh,
so.
Well, I thought it was coming up meteorologist, and it was like
meteorological.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I type like our web stories that we post, my eyes get funky, and I'm like meteorological. Yeah. I've started writing MET.net.
See, that's nice, but we can't say that really.
No.
It doesn't translate the same
Online
way.
sometimes
that could be a spelling bee word, by the way.
Yes,
so
exactly.
All right, so tell us what you're thinking.
Yes. All right, so meteorological spring kicks off this Saturday, March 1st, and if you're over the cold and snow, like I am, and I don't know about anyone here too, you might just enjoy this forecast. A little bit difference between meteorological and astronomical. Meteorological spring is March 1st all the way through May 31st. Those are the 3 transition months from winter to spring. Astronomical spring begins March 20th, goes all the way through June 20th, and it's the vernal or spring equinox, so the sun shines directly over the equator. That also happens in the fall. Here are the warmest meteorological springs on record for Portland. 2010 had a temperature average of almost 49 degrees, and just last spring came in number 5 for a temperature average of 46 degrees, and that was once again March, April, and May. Here are the wettest meteorological springs on record. 1983 had almost 23 inches of rain. 2024 actually came in 15th place, and there's a reason why I'm showing 2024 in both the warmest and the wettest. We had 15, almost 16 inches of rain last meteorological spring. Here are the least snowiest meteorological springs. You know, last April we did get a pretty big snowstorm throughout the state, and we had some ice storms too in March. Most recently it was 2021 at 0.4 inches of snow for the entirety of the spring. So the reason why I showed the warmest and the wettest is because the forecasters, meteorologists at NOAA's Climate Prediction Center, they are forecasting an above normal spring for temperature, so warmer than normal, and equal chances for either a wetter or drier precip spring.
Okay, so that's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, so the precip is a toss-up, but they are trending warmer. This, once again, is a seasonal forecast, and sometimes it takes us 2 days before a storm to really get a snow map going, get those temperatures right. So this is just, take this with a grain of salt. It's just a seasonal forecast, but I'm crossing my fingers that it becomes true.
We hope it's true.
Yeah, I saw your the graphics. It said 1910. When did they start keeping records? They haven't from that far back?
Good question. Yeah. I do have. Let's go back to these graphics here, and I'll walk you through it once again. So the warmest one, the records go back to November of 1940, and the normal is 44 degrees. When we go to the wettest, the normal is about 12 inches.
Like 1901.
These date back to 1871.
Wow.
Jeez, okay.
This one goes for the Portland area. Usually we use the Jetport, but for the Portland area, it goes back a lot further. And then the snow records actually go back to 1882. Wow. Normally throughout meteorological spring, which I did not mention the first time, is we usually see a normal of 16.4 inches of snow.
Really?
In Portland. Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And I think it's primarily in March, really, when where all those numbers come from. But you know what? We did have an April snowstorm last year. So yeah, I did not mention those normals and the dates the first time, but yeah, isn't that crazy? Those records go back to the 1800s.
Back to when I was born. So.
I know. You just turned 10, right?
Yeah. You remember those years?
Oh yeah.
Very well.
Taking the stagecoach downtown. Oh yeah.
Well, I just hope that that's all accurate. And we have a warm, cozy spring.
Hey, and before you know, we're talking about meteorological summer. I swear, like when in the weather world, things fly by.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty
crazy. In general, things are flying by.
Let's hit June and July and just have it kind of go slow.
And nice and dry.
I can't wait to not wear a coat on the weather deck.
Yeah, exactly. That's a highlight.
My days. I said that yesterday. I was like I think I wear the jacket for maybe 7 months out of the year on the weather deck. Yeah. Seriously. All right. Well,
pretty soon, you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, right. I'll be wearing my sunglasses soon, seriously. Well, if you have any weather-related questions, maybe about other months or other statistics around the year, you can always email us at weather@wgme.com.